Hi everybody. This video is entitled, What Differentiation is Not. First of all, differentiation has less to do with behavior than our emotional being. So many times we judge self-differentiation, maturity, individuation, all those kinds of things, actualization, becoming grown up by our behavior. That if I just behave looking like I'm an adult, that somehow that's self-differentiation, when it might actually be reactivity. If I angrily stand up to someone who is disrespectful or says something inappropriate to me, does not equal self-differentiation. This behavioral bravado that we will do and emotional reactivity that we demonstrate is that behavioral changes that we make, but they are only the flip side of us not being self-differentiated. You can be not differentiated by being quiet and not differentiated by having bravado or reactivity. My functioning is still immature in the system, but behaviorally it does not mean I'm strong. It just means I'm reactive. And just because we've stopped being nice, we believe we are functioning differently in the system. And just by being nice to not being nice actually keeps the system staying the same, and it keeps us functioning in the system the same. And number two, with self-differentiation, we lean in towards the connectedness and standing alone while standing with them. They don't push us away emotionally, and we stay in the relationship. Differentiation is not simply about distancing, leaving, or cutting off to achieve it. And as I've said so many times, sticks and stones might break my bones, but words will never harm me. It's about becoming mature where I can balance the separateness force and the togetherness force, and I stay myself while staying connected. Staying myself while staying connected. This is maturity. And this is self-differentiation. For example, dad is controlling and intrusive, and so I decide I'm going to stop talking to him and I refuse to go to his birthday celebration and go and tell my mother and my siblings how controlling dad is. This is not self-differentiation. This is reactivity with a cutoff. It looks like something that seems very right to do. Or it's something that where I'm exercising my rights as an adult to cut off. And we do have a right to cut off if we want to, but it doesn't change our emotional functioning in the system. Only my behavioral functioning. I don't go to the celebration. I tell everybody dad's being bad. And actually, I'm just living out the same dysfunction in the family. I'm just doing it from another side of the coin. And often when challenged or hurt, disagreed with, put down, or intruded upon, we choose the maturity detours, as Jenny Brown puts it in her book, Growing Yourself Up, to triangle, blame, become reactive, and cut off. But at the very heart and core of all of these behaviors are the anxiety that's still at work within us. It hasn't changed our emotional functioning in the system. The anxiety has just pushed us another way. And what we want to do is begin to eliminate the system's anxiety. Living a self-differentiated life, we do not act and feel according to our anxiety or hurt feelings or anger or feelings of injustice. And we want to heal those feelings of hurt, anger, injustice, abandonment. We want to heal those, not react out of those. And I think that's what's very important. Self-differentiation is not about reacting about all those systems' feelings. And then thirdly, self-differentiation is more about integrity and becoming ourselves. It's about who we are as people and who I am as a self. That's the self-awareness, the self-definition, self-regulation, and self-responsibility within the system. And someone who is self-differentiating or learning to be more self-differentiated, we learn how we are enabling the system, how we are reacting to the system, and enabling the functioning of others. Self-differentiation is about taking full responsibility for our part in the relationship system and adjusting it according to self-care. Let's say I have a narcissistic mother whom I've always wanted to please and get her acceptance, but she's always critical and always puts me down. I get a new job that I feel might make her proud of me. I go and share it with her, and I share with her my new salary, and she states, I'm very excited, wanting her to celebrate with me. I then share it with her, and she states, well, I think I would have asked for more money, Jerry, but you've always been kind of immature when it comes to jobs. I feel hurt. I feel very reactive and angrily say to her, why can't you just for once be happy for me and not critical of me? Many would justify their feeling hurt, would justify their reactivity, and would justify their statement that they made to mom. Well, you have a right to justify all these things if you want, and there'll be many people who will agree with you. Only I will question whether that's being self-differentiated or if that's reacting to the system once more again. And if you're moving towards self-differentiation, we could begin to realize and should begin to realize, A, they will never get the acceptance they are looking for from a narcissistic mom. That's a mature acceptance of who mom is, and that I need to let go of that dream that I'm going to get that acceptance and non-critical nature from mom. Secondly, we can look at why are we telling mom in the first place about the job and the salary? That could be TMI, too much information. Why am I telling her all that? What is the purpose of me telling her all that? If I'm an adult, I just have a new job. Oh, by the way, mom, if you need to contact me, I have a new job and this is the phone number. Not, ooh, I want mom to accept me and to feel good about my choice and what I've achieved. That's different than a matter of fact sharing something that's practical. Now I'm looking for something from her. That will many times fail. C, I understand I had a goal of gaining some acceptance or approval from a parent. That was underneath why I was sharing all this information and sharing this with mom. And certainly I've done all these things in the past. And then D, I understand that I blame mom for feeling hurt and criticized. And then often I realize I will triangulate with others about this. Then if mom treats me this way, I go tell siblings, I go tell friends, I go tell dad, I go tell other people how mom has been bad again. Well, mom's a narcissist. Why are we expecting anything different? And are we adjusting our behavior, or do we go in again and again looking for something that's not going to happen? It's our responsibility if we're going to a dry well and trying to get water from it. That's our responsibility, not your mom's. I wish your mom was different. I wish she wasn't a narcissist. But she is. So I want to be careful about going to a well that's only dry. This type of analysis is much more of self-differentiation, and it involves self-awareness, self-definition, self-regulation, and self-awareness of functioning within the system and how we're responsible for a lot of things that happen in the system. And we're taking responsibility for that. We're not blaming ourselves. We're taking responsibility and taking adjusting actions that we need to take so we can change how we function in the system. Please subscribe and comment and like this video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and be wise.